Editorial board of the Times says we should work harder to be more like Denmark.
We should all get taller and blonder.
Yeah. And eat more breakfast pastry. By the way, do the Danes eat Danish?
Absolutely not. But they get a 5% cut when we do.
Oh.
Turns out our favorite governor is a pedophile.
I thought he was a Lutheran.
Already hard. No, seriously, listen. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. A trove of previously undiscovered emails was found on a computer belonging to the governor's campaign chairman, Russell H. Lawrence. Computer experts say the new emails appear to contain coded links to numerous dark web child sex trafficking websites.
Let me take a wild guess. You're on Facebook, right?
The contents were undergoing analysis on Tuesday and were said to represent only a small portion of the nearly 2,000 emails. Linkage to the governor is yet unclear, but the FBI is extremely interested. Are you kidding me? Previously undiscovered? Right, who's going to believe that?
Well, not the wackos who invent that sort of wackiness just to bring Facebook half-wits to some giant conspiratorial orgasm.
I don't think I'm a half-wit, dear.
I'm not saying you are, dear.
And yet, here I am on Facebook, and here you are belittling it.
I apologize. I don't mean to belittle Facebook. I mean to belittle the entire universe of social media as serious news outlets.
Which means I'm not allowed to offer my opinion on anything because you immediately confine it to the trash heap of social media wackiness. Why do women decide to have affairs?
Okay, this is how the argument shit we talked about begins, right? Right? Let's just stop all over, yes?
I want to be taken seriously.
Fine.
What?
I don't know. He is kind of a hugger, you know what I mean?
The governor? So are you, I'll point out.
No, I mean, I remember watching the videos of the Easter egg hunt at the mansion, and it just struck me at the time that he was being really, well, you know, touchy with some of those kids. I forgot all about that.
So you're agreeing that the governor is a pedophile?
I didn't say that. There's a difference between sexual assault and being a little handsy.
I don't know if you want me to read this, but...
No, go ahead.
Okay, it says, computer experts reviewing the emails reportedly uncovered multiple instances of a secret code phrase used among child traffickers.
Let's meet for drinks.
Did you read this post already?
Facebook? Really? No. No! There was an article a while back about all that sicko shit. The Atlantic, I think. I don't recall.
So you're telling me you learned about the code phrase pedophiles use with one another from the Atlantic Monthly. That's your story.
Well, it might have been Man-Boy Love Monthly. I get the two confused.
You know, it's not out of the question, the perversion thing.
Me or him?
I'm talking about a sitting governor having a sexual attraction to children, not your little handcuffing policeman hat thing.
Okay, do you think he was being a little too touchy at the Easter egg hunt?
I didn't think so at the time. Maybe I'll look for that recording. My point is, 42,000 likes at the time of this post. A lot of people are saying the same thing you are.
Pardon me, but what am I saying?
The governor
Well, that he was a little too touchy-feely with children?
And that he sends a code phrase to his fellow travelers? By the way, a code phrase you just happen to know.
You have something to say to me?
No, I'm done. Leaving, are you?
I'm going to my computer to find that Atlantic article.
Oh, for God's sakes, just drop it. I don't think you're a pervert. Well, not much of one anyway. You probably just got arrested by too many female cops when you were younger.
Is 42,000 a lot of likes?
45,000 now. Yeah, I don't know. It's 45,000 people.
45,000 people who think he's a child molester, or 45,000 who just hate the governor?
Who am I, Mark Zuckerberg? It's more than 46 and less than 48.
I didn't read anything about that trove of emails in the Times.
Imagine my surprise.
What? You think they're holding back?
Of course they are. Every story in the mainstream press has to find its way through an army of editors, publishers, ad buyers, unspecified social interest groups before the public even sees it. And what comes out is the sanitized liberal path they want you to believe.
Who am I talking to here? I don't recognize you.
Well, maybe if you got your nose out of the New York Times for 5 minutes and lived in the 21st century, I'd look a little more familiar.
No. This is all very new. You've never been conspiratorial.
Conspiratorial. Why do you know the truth is conspiratorial? Oh, honey, the mainstream press has got you exactly where they want you.
Listen to you. I'm sitting here waiting for you to unfurl a QAnon flag right here in the living room. That was a joke about the QAnon flag. Hey, come on.
What do you really know about QAnon? Anything at all, or just what you read in the Atlantic Monthly?
I am absolutely stunned.
Well, get over it.
Okay, QAnon. Are we talking about the Democrats are eating babies? QAnon?
And that's what you people do. You focus on one lurid aspect and disregard the rest.
What you people do. I'm one of you people now.
I don't know if you are you people, but I do know that you are my people. And I love you.
Why do I feel like I'm being played?
Because you're a totally unreconstructed cynic?
Because you haven't sat in my lap in a dog's age. Makes me wonder if there isn't a page in the QAnon manual about the use of sex.
How dare you? I make a gesture of reconciliation and you throw it back in my face.
Reconcile what exactly? That you used to be bright and witty and sane? And now you're a nutcase who thinks the Clintons eat children.
Will you stop with the eating children? Can't you take a deep breath and open your mind to the possibility that everything you see and hear and read in the popular press might not be handed down from heaven?
Oh, sure. And instead, I'm supposed to place my faith in the well-established veracity of Jerry from Secaucus. Oh, yeah.
And instead, just be a little intellectually flexible and willing to consider alternative perspectives. The world has changed, honey. Your beloved Walter Cronkite is dead.
Okay, so the alternate perspective that I should consider is that the truth is in the sole province of an anonymous character on the internet known by a single letter? Really?
This is what's true. 52,000 likes and growing. What is true is what the people say is true.
You know, millions of people people thought that the World Trade Center was an inside job by the CIA, not 53,000, literally millions of people.
So maybe they're right.
They're not.
You don't know that. Your friends of the Main Street Press have every reason to believe to blame it on a very willing character living in a cave in Afghanistan.
Oh, now you're spouting crazy world dogma. You can't believe that.
What is true is independent of what an individual thinks is true. Who cares what I believe?
I care. Do you believe you love me, or do you have to consult the hive?
How can I love someone who believes I'm a naive wacko who allows herself to be victimized by boogeymen on the internet? I'm a smart, well-read woman who knows how to process information intelligently, despite what you might think.
I never meant to infer that you were anything.
Let me finish. You can continue to live in your world and reject the possibility that just maybe things aren't always exactly as the men in power would like us to believe that they are. You can call it crazy and wacko all you want, but that just shows your unwillingness to work for the real truth. Work for it. You go ahead and be who you are. I'm sure you must find great comfort in it. And for the record, Walter Cronkite is not dead.
right time, definitely, but I know it was your birthday last week, and I knew I was going to see you, so for when you're ready. I was hoping we'd meet when, if you wanted to meet. Not like this. Not at his funeral. You look like your mother.
How's your wife?
Still with me for some reason, if that's what. The boys are, well, they're teenage boys. Beckett is looking at colleges, Liam Russell's with a high school, and I'm sorry we never met when you were a kid.
Champagne was out. They gave me one better, though. Hello.
Ben.
Do you know the deceased?
Did I? You were at the service, weren't you?
I was indeed.
Then perhaps you'll recognize me as the man who gave the eulogy.
And what was your relation to Richard Adderley?
Ben!
Honestly, now, how could you be so nice to him?
How can you be so crass?
I think I better go.
Typical.
What did you say?
Put bluntly, I said, where the hell have you been?
I'm sorry, young man. But who the fuck are you?
I'm the young man who involved your father.
Ben, get out!
We're already outside.
For fuck's sake, just go away, Ben!
Friend of yours?
Friend. Yeah.
Your boyfriend?
No.
Melody.
Only Granddad called me Melody. Sorry, it's a bad day, but just call me Mel, please. Everyone does. It's not personal about you or anything.
You can be mad at me if you want.
I'm not mad.
I sort of wish you were mad. It'd give you something to work on. My dad, he used to do this thing when I was really small, 2 or 3. In our living room, when he would get home from work and pick me up from daycare, take off his shoes and socks, and I would too. Stand on his feet, we'd hold hands, and we'd dance.
He used to do that with me too.
I'm glad he did. I'm glad you had someone. Do you know how your mom and I met? Did Dad? And did he say?
Alan?
Hi, Jess. You've had a hard time, Jess. You look,
I'll try to get home now.
Can you give me some water?
Let's go inside now.
The driveway's gravel. Wow. My mouth tastes like shit now.
Okay.
listen, Jess. You're drunk.
Come on, Alan. I'm not underage anymore.
I'm married.
Fuck.
It's not worth it, Jess.
You know, you were my first. Did you know that?
This isn't right. I mean, it just isn't. Fuck's sake, what would Mel say?
You know, all kids, they're all embarrassed about their parents.
We're not her parents, not like that. You're her mom, I'm her dad, but we're not her parents.
Mom, I can't find your key. What the fuck are you doing?
She's drunk.
I know. Get your hands off her.
It's my fault, sweetheart.
Mom, do you know where your keys are?
I'm fine. I'll just take another one.
Why don't you just sit down?
Give me my water, sweetheart.
I forgot.
I'll get it. Here.
Your mom's really unsure, huh?
It's okay, Mom.
This day, it's hard enough for you.
It's hard for you too.
I really didn't think that you knew it all. Look at this.
remembered my birthday. Not right now.
You know, I really loved him, and he loved me. And we could have really done something.
Mom,
There's something about him. I loved him. There was something. And we really could have done something.
I don't think you could have been together, Mom.
But Richard wouldn't have let us. And I want to be happy.
You can be happy, Mom.
No, I can't. I can't be happy. I can't have it. But for some reason, he gets to have it all. He gets to have a wife. He gets to have kids, and he gets family. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
I can't be around you right now. I'll find someone to drive you home.
Melody.
You're drunk. You're upset. That's all. I'm sending you home.
Can I talk to you both?
My mom's leaving.
It'll be just a moment.
This isn't a good time, Ellen. My mom's going home. I have to find those fucking keys.
I have them.
Were you hiding her keys?
I bartended my way through school. It's second nature when someone overindulges.
Give them to me. Give me them, please.
Hear me out.
Give me the keys.
You don't understand some things, Melody.
Mel.
Now, I want to see more of you. I missed you growing up and I really regret that. I wasn't able to take care of you, and now that it's possible, I want to be part of your life.
Are you done?
Now, can you give it a try?
The keys.
Now, I know you're mad.
I'm not mad.
Maybe if you understood.
I understand.
I did a stupid thing. I was stupid. But your mom.
You ruined her life.
Yeah. It wasn't fair, man.
Oh my God, Mom.
Can I get some help out of you here? Hey, you. Grab a towel or something.
It's okay. I'm gonna take you home.
I'm not going.
Let's go inside.
How much is she?
I don't know.
Here, please.
Too many pills, maybe.
Mom, how many did you take?
I just felt so bad.
Did she say pills?
She's been taking Klonopin for years. I thought she knew better than this.
I just felt so bad. I always just feel so like.
It's okay. I'm gonna take you home.
There's a couch in the office. You think she'll be okay lying down for a bit?
Shouldn't we call someone? The police? She took pills.
It was just clopping.
Oh, this is bad.
That's it. I'm calling.
No, don't.
We have to, Mel.
No.
Yes, I'm at.
Hell, Mel.
Are you sure you don't want to follow?
They won't let me see her for a while.
This has happened before. What are you going to do?
I used to stay with Ben.
With his family?
He has his own apartment.
Oh.
Tell me about how you met my mother. What was she like before me?
She was a story.
A story.
I interviewed her for my paper. She was in a play.
She never told me she was in a play.
Great Expectations. She was the leading lady.
Estella.
You know it.
Everyone knows it.
She painted the scenery too. That's mostly what the article is about. She painted this enormous backdrop of Havisham Manor.
Status house.
What's that?
Miss Havisham's Manor, that's what it was called.
cares about
Yes,
you. And you care about him.
I don't know. Did you love my mother?
I wish it could have worked between her and me.
It could have if you tried.
No, I was already married, Mel. Your mom didn't know. I wanted to be with her. We worked together, we just fit. We fit together better than I ever did with Alice. I wanted to be with her, Mel.
Was that before or after you found out she was pregnant?
Does it matter?
Did you love her or did you feel guilty?
I loved her. I felt guilty because I loved her. It's got nothing to do with love or guilt anyway. It just couldn't happen.
Because you were married.
I wanted to be there for both of you.
Then why weren't you?
I can't. Not here.
You were scared, that's why. You were scared of the fucked up situation you got yourself into. At least you had an escape route. No reminders or consequences. I didn't ask to exist like this, you know. I didn't ask to exist at all.
You don't understand, Mel.
I'm sorry, is this difficult for you?
He wouldn't let me anywhere near you.
What?
I don't want to talk about him like this. Not at his funeral.
Granddad?
He had a way of separating people, of making them feel they couldn't count on anyone except for him.
You had your family.
I don't understand why. I don't deserve Alice and the boys. Your mom wasn't even the last affair. I figured if I carried on acting like a cheating asshole, eventually I'd get what I deserved. What's going on in my life would finally reflect what's happening under the skin. But Alice kept on forgiving me. She's the only reason I'm any sort of man at all. I tried to throw the game, and it didn't work. I always hoped that she would break it off. I would never leave then, but if it was her decision, if she didn't want me around, then maybe I could be there for you. If you need me. Now, if you wanted a father. Alice is too good for me. I'm a weight around her neck, and she doesn't even know it.
Are you asking for my permission to leave your wife?
It might be better for everyone.
You're saying we deserve each other?
That's not what I meant.
What a martyr you are, shackling yourself to the embodiment of your shame like this.
I'm just trying to make this right, somehow.
You can't. Fuck you!
Excuse me?
I thought I was done being mad at you. I was mad at you for such a long time, and then I wasn't anything. Not about you, not about anything or anyone else.
It's okay to be mad.
I don't want to be. I wish I didn't give a shit about you. It's exhausting.
I'm just trying to make this right. But believe me.
You can't fix it. You can't unmake me. I'm here and that can't be fixed. It's like I'm a bomb and all the people in my life are trapped in a room with me or something. As long as I don't go off, if I stay in my corner, everyone will be fine. I can control the impact I have. But when a bomb goes off, it's safer to leave that bomb alone.
No, It's Alice. Hi, honey. At the reception. You're right, I don't. But I meet people. Hearing stories about that.
His wife called.
Is he in trouble for fraternizing with his ex-lover and his love child? Sorry. Just trying to break the tension here. Why'd you break up with me anyway?
This is how you break the tension?
It's the only thing I can think about.
Why are we even talking about this?
Because you never explained.
Not today, Ben.
I know Richard didn't like us together.
Do you think I broke up with you because he told me to?
Well, kind of. He tried to talk me into breaking it off.
What?
Well, you know him. He made it sound very reasonable. He was that kind of person, though. His words make sense when you're listening to him, but when you walk away and think, when you're not in his aura anymore, you feel crazy for agreeing with him.
Why is everyone... We're at his funeral.
Everyone?
You, Mom, Alan... Richard wouldn't let us be together. He's got to keep everyone separate. I can think he's the only one they can trust. Am I the only one who really loved him?
We all loved your granddad, Mel. He was just hard to deal with sometimes. If you had ever defied him, you would know.
He was the only person who gave a shit about me. And at his funeral, you all make him sound like a manipulative bastard. Maybe he took care of me for selfish reasons, but at least when I was with him, I never felt guilty just for being alive.
Did he pressure you into breaking up with me?
No, I decided myself.
Well, you seemed reluctant at the time. It seemed like you still loved me.
I didn't love you, Ben. It was just dating. It was just saying maybe.
I loved you. I still do. I love you, Mel. And if you're still just saying maybe is something.
So something you?
I know you, Mel. I know that even maybe is scary for you.
Maybe isn't scary for me.
Well, then what?
Maybe's potential is scary.
Maybe can become love.
And then where would I be?
In love? Or the Galapagos. It's a toss-up, certainly.
Oh my god! And you just...
Why is this so scary? I've already done the hard part. I put myself out there. This should be easy for you. If you love me, then just say it.
I can't.
I'll take it further. I'll be ridiculous. I'll be so ridiculous that just being in love like a normal person will seem commonplace to you. Here. I love this woman! I don't care who knows! Melody! She is my song! The pun is not lost on me. The pun is intended. Melody!
Stop it!
Dance with me, Melody!
Stop it!
What's going on here?
Fuck off, Alan!
Okay. Yeah, that was her.
This isn't funny, Ben.
I'm sorry, I was just...
It's embarrassing.
Why do you care what he thinks?
I promised myself I wouldn't lose it in front of him. I don't want him to think I care.
About him?
About anything!
Well, why would that be so bad, don't you care? For fuck's sake, Mel, give me something to go on here.
I'm just trying to control the impact I have. Can't I just exist, not cause any more pain?
Life is pain.
Shut the hell up, Ben! Can't you take anything seriously for one motherfucking moment?
I suppose I could give it my most valiant attempt.
This is why I broke up with you, Ben.
Mocked your pain?
You treat life like it's a giant joke. And I know from experience that that's the symptom of some sort of deep pain.
I'm not in pain.
Yes, you are, Ben.
Got no reason to be. No right to be, I mean. What's wrong with me anyway?
Ben, there's nothing wrong with you.
Well, there must be. I'm not good enough for you.
It's got nothing to do with being good enough. Sometimes people just can't be together.
You're such a good person, Mel.
I'm really not.
No, you are. After everything you've been through, how you can be so polite to your dad. My dad raised me, sat me down, gave me the sex talk, put me through mortuary school, made me partner in his business, and I'm a little bastard to him.
Sit down, Ben.
Bastard! we should be one way, but for the life of us, we turn around and fling ourselves in the wrong direction. But after everything that's happened to you, how can you still be so kind?
You haven't got a clue. You don't know what I think. All sorts of sick little thoughts. I've wanted to punch him, kill him, cook him. Today, not even an hour ago, I wanted to cut off his dick and make him eat it for cheating on his wife with my mother. For making me. Why was he allowed to make something he wasn't going to want? I felt like that for years, Ben, and at some point I just couldn't anymore. So, yes, I'm polite to Alan, because I can think all of that, but I can't do a fucking thing, so I may as well not think or feel. It doesn't help.
You don't have to feel guilty for hating him, though.
I don't feel guilty. I don't hate him. I don't care.
I don't think, well, you do care, Mel.
I don't. I'm starting to wonder if it's possible for me to care about anything. I don't care about him. I don't care about my mom or you. The only person I cared about even a little was grandfather Richard, and I think that's just because I knew I was going to eat when he was around.
I don't think you mean any of this, Mel.
It's like I was born broken. I may as well have been stillborn. There was just this explosion of hurt and anger, and that's the most powerful feeling I've ever had. It was the only intense feeling I've ever had, and now it's gone, and I don't think there's anything left. There's nothing going on here. I don't love you. I never loved you. I don't think I can love anyone. People told me all my life, there are good men in the world. They're not all lying, cheating, one-night stands like your dad. And I would say, yes, I know, and I do know, but it wasn't a good man I was afraid of. It doesn't matter how good they are if they have to get paired up with me. If they come too close, they must be making some sort of mistake. I thought you'd notice that there's something wrong with me, something missing. The part that makes me human, probably. The part that makes me real. I feel like I'm robbing people when I breathe. It's not my fault I exist, but I'm paying for it as if it is. It doesn't help no matter how many times people say it. Being told over and over by those stupid school counselors, it's got nothing to do with you, but I'm stuck in the middle and it has everything to do with me. If the fucking condom had done its fucking job, they both could have gone on with their lives. It would just be another tally mark in their respective books of sexual conquests. But it's not a tally mark. It's a living, breathing, inconvenient pile of shit that both of them have to feel guilty about until they die. I am the reason my mom has to work so hard at a job she hates. She has hundreds of gorgeous paintings from before she got pregnant, but not once since then has she picked up a paintbrush. She has to push papers for a detergent company because she has a little parasite living with her. If her misery isn't my responsibility, why do I feel so fucking responsible? Alan said that he would leave his family for me. He thinks he deserves it, deserves me. It's a shit feeling to be someone's punishment. Why do I have to be a punishment? Why do I cause hurt wherever I go? Why can't I just be nothing?
You're not nothing, Mel.
That's the problem. I fucked things up with you. Maybe I should have let you kiss me more. Maybe I did push you away. Maybe I let my dad haunt the way I thought about you. Let him shape how I thought about you because that's all I know. Maybe the things that happened between us happened because I expected them to. Maybe.
You want this to work between us? You and me?
I want it to work.
Well, that's good enough for me. Oh, well, it's 10 o'clock. I gotta go help my dad clean up.
Ben,
Yes, I'll grab you a leftover eclair.
no, I'm sorry I like this.
Will you stay at my place tonight, like old times?
If they let me see Mom tomorrow, will you drive me?
Anything for you, my song.
You're ridiculous.
Sorry about that. You're smiling.
What?
I haven't seen you smile yet. It's lovely.
Are you in trouble with Alice?
A little bit. We both are.
What?
She wants to meet you.
What?
After you screamed at me and I fled into the wilderness, my wife took an interest. She said you sounded like a young lady that she could get along with. She said you had personality.
That's weird.
Back in the day, she made me feel like a worthwhile human being again. She's a great woman, really. Can I tell her you'll visit?
I don't know. I have to take care of my mom. It doesn't seem fair to her.
You don't have to decide right now. Will you open your present?
May as well. Great expectations. Did you love my mom?
I don't think so, no.
Something is wrong with me.
I love you.
Something is twisted and wrong and missing.
That was me, Mel. I was missing. I should have been there for you. I didn't fight for you. I could make all sorts of excuses. I could say it was because my wife and kids were higher on my list. I could blame my father because he wouldn't let me near either of you. I could say I made a mistake and no one would let me make amends. But if I continue making excuses like a surly teenager, that's what went wrong. I didn't fight for you. I'm sorry you grew up without me, but sometimes people just can't be together.
Oh.
It wouldn't have worked well. It was a crap situation, and the best solution wasn't fair to you. My parents couldn't be together either. My mom, when I was 2, took off with some guy that neither of us met or even knew of. My dad was a lone parent, fighting the world for his boy. I guess we create the situations we're familiar with. We perpetuate our own world because that's what we know how to navigate. Always been terrified that house is going to leave me. To this day, I have trouble seeing myself with someone, actually being part of a healthy marriage like that. Maybe what I did all those years ago was my way of inviting her to abandon me to the world I knew I deserved. Sure, some people can't be together, but that doesn't have to be true about you and this mortician.
Dad, I don't think you quite earned the right to advise me about my love life.
Just give that idiot a chance. Forget what my dad said.
We're at his funeral.
My eulogy wouldn't have been so laughable if I'd spoken my mind.
Neither would mine.
What would you have said?
He taught me how to play gin rummy. We used to play at the breakfast table, letting our scrambled eggs go cold. I would run to the window and look as far as I could down the street. If I didn't see the school bus, I'd race back to the table. One more hand, Granddad, one more hand! He used to dance with me too, like he did with you. When I was really little, he would take my hands and I would stand at his feet. We danced together. It should have made me happy, but I cry almost every time I think about it. He was doing his best, but I always knew that he was just there in your place. It wasn't real, he was just a placeholder father. All the people in my life seemed to be working around me, cobbling a life together, even though this inconvenient person was in the way. I can see how smoothly everything would fit together if I just didn't exist. My mom might be an actress, a painter. You'd have a relationship with your father.
I get to have a relationship with you. If you let, I know it's a little late, but if you want me to be your dad, Melody. I owe you a dance. Will you dance with me?